How are you? Today we'll solve cumulative assessment number 2 from المعاصر book, page 6. Look at with me about question number 1. Letter A. The least common multiplication of 5 and 7 is. The least common multiplication will be 35 because 5 and 7 are prime numbers. So you can find the least common multiplication between 5 and 7 by multiplication by them. 5 times 7 equals 35. Letter B. 8529 divided by 25 equal 341 and the remainder space. You can find the remainder by multiplication quotient by divisor, and the result will be a number less than the dividend here. You can subtract it by dividend. Okay, you can find the remainder by multiplication divisor by quotient, and the result will be number less than the dividend. You can subtract between them. Okay, then the first step, you can find multiplication by the quotient 341 and 25. 1 times 5 equal 5, 4 times 5 equal 20, 0 and carry up 2, 3 times 5 equal 15, 15 plus 2 equal 17, plus and write 0, 2 times 1 equal 2, 2 times 4 equal 8, 2 times 3 equal 6, and add them. 5 plus 0 equal 5, 0 plus 2 equal 2, 8 plus 7 equal 15, 5 and the carry of 1, 2 plus 6 equal 8. You can find the difference between the dividend here and the result. Subtract between them to find the remainder. You can find the greatest number here, 8529, subtract by 8525. Okay, the difference between them will be 4, so the remainder here, it will be what? It will be 4. Okay, again in this example I'll find the remainder by multiplication quotient and divisor. Multiplication them, it will be 8525. This number, you can find the difference between it and the dividend to find the remainder. Remainder will be 4 because the dividend equals the divisor multiplication by the quotient, and you can add the remainder. Again, the dividend equal the divisor multiplication by quotient plus remainder. So in this example you must write 4. The remainder here will be 4 about letter P. Okay, complete with me question letter C. The common factor of all number is 1. Common factor of all number is 1 because a number can be divided by 1. Next question, letter D. Okay, look at with me about letter D. In the opposite Venn diagram, the greatest common factor is, the greatest common factor, it will be 2. Greatest common factor, it will be what? It will be 2. The first number here, 6, and the next number here, 2 times 5 equal 10. In this example, he want to find the greatest common factor between 6 and 10. The highest common factor between them, it will be 2 because 6 and 10 can be divided by 2. You know, 6 and 10 can be divided by 2 and 1, but he won't find the greatest common factor between 6 and 10. Understood? Letter E. The divisor in the equation give us 16,000. He give us again 16,692 divided by 52 equal 321. He won't find what? The divisor. The divisor here is 52, so you can write in this space 52 about letter E. Understood? Letter E is the divisor in the equation. 16,692 divided by 52 equal 321 is 52. We know the divisor is 52. We called here the dividend. 16,692 is the dividend. 52 is the divisor. 321 is a quotient. Complete question number 2. Choose the correct answer. Space here is a multiple of any number. Who can tell me the multiple of any number? The multiple of any number is what? Thinking with me, 3 or 2 or 1 or 0. 0 is the multiple of a number. We can write here 0 about letter A. You know the difference between 0 and 1. 1 is the common factor of all numbers. 1 is the common factor of all numbers. But 0 is a multiple of any number. The multiple of any number is 0. Okay. Letter B. In the equation 2150 divided by 25 equal 86. The remainder is, you want to find the remainder about letter B. You want to find what? The remainder. You can find the remainder by multiplication. 25 by 86 and the result subtract by the dividend here to find the remainder. Okay. First step here to solve this example, multiplication 25 by 86, such that 86 multiplication by 25. 5 times 6 equal 30. Write 0 and carry up 3. 5 times 8 equal 40. 40 plus 3 equal 43. Plus 0. 2 times 6 equal 12. 2 and carry up 1. 2 times 8 equals 16 plus 1 equals 17. And then you can add them. 0 plus 0 equals 0. 3 plus 2 equal 5. 7 plus 4 equal 11. 1 and carry up 1. 1 plus 1 equal 2. The result will be what? 2150. Okay, you can find the difference between them. Then the remainder will be what? Will be 0 about letter B. Letter B, you must choose letter A. The result about letter B, choose letter A. Because the remainder here, it will be 0. Again, to find the remainder, you must find the multiplication by 25 and 86. Multiplication them. And the result here, subtract by the dividend. We have the difference between two numbers. It's like, okay, the difference here will be what? Will be 0. Okay, understood? About letter B. Letter B, the remainder, you must choose letter A. Understood? Question letter C. Which of the following are relativity prime numbers? Relativity prime numbers, its meaning first number and second number can divide it by 1 only. Look at 4 and 8. 4 and 8. 4 and 8. We know the greatest common factor between 8 and 4 is 4. So 4 and 8, there are not relatively prime numbers because 8 and 4 can divide it by 4. Letter B, 12 and 18. 12 and 18 can divide it by 6 and 2 and 3. So we can't choose letter B. Letter C, 2 and 12. 12 can divide it by 2. So we can't choose letter C. But letter D, 9 and 4, it's the result. You must choose letter D. Why? because 9 and 4 can divide it by 1 only. Okay, choose letter D about question letter C. Question letter C, choose letter D. Why? Because he asked about what? Two numbers are relativity prime number. Relativity prime numbers, it's meaning two numbers can divide it by 1 only. You know, 4 and 8 can divide it by 4. So you must choose letter D. And letter A, it's false. 18 and 12 can divide it by 6 and 2 and 3. So you must choose letter D. Don't choose letter B. Letter C, 2 and 12, 12 can divide it by 2. Don't choose letter C. You must choose letter D because 9 and 4 are relativity prime numbers. 2 here, 4 and 12 and 2, 8 and 18 and 12, there are even numbers. All numbers here can divide it by 2. But in this example, we want to find two numbers can divide it by 1 only. 9 and 4 can divide it by 1 only. Understood? About this question letter C, you must choose letter D. Complete with me question letter D. In the opposite Venn diagram, the least common multiplication is. You draw Venn diagram here. Two circles, cut of them in the space part. Here 5 and 3. You want to find the least common multiplication. The least common multiplication between 3 and 5, it will be 15. Because 5 and 3 are prime numbers. 5 and 3 can divide it by 1 only. Okay, you can find the least common multiplication between 3 and 5 by multiplication by them. If you have two prime numbers, you must multiplication them to find the least common multiplication. But if you want to find the least common factor between 3 and 5, you can write 1. Okay, any two numbers can divide it by 1. But 5 and 3, we know 5 and 3 are what? Prime numbers. You know the prime number has only two factors. The prime numbers can divide it by itself and 1 only. Okay, about this example, least common multiplication between 5 and 3, it will be 15. Choose letter C. Okay, choose letter C. About letter D. Complete with me about letter E. 2574 divided by 7 equal space. We can find the quotient about this example. Look at with me. 2 divided by 7, we can't do it. Then 25 divided by 7 equal what? We know 3 times 7 equal 21. And remember 4, right? 4 here, up 7, it will be 47. 47 divided by 7 equal what? Thinking with me. 4 times 7 equal 28. 5 times 7 equals 35. 6 times 7 equal 42. It's nearest to 47. You can write 60 here. 6 times 7 equal 42 and remainder 5. 54 divided by 7 equal what? Thinking here. 54 divided by 7, 7 times 8 equal 56. It's greater than. But 7 times 7 equal 49. Count from 49 to 54. Just after 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54. The remainder here will be 5. Then the result will be 367 and remainder 5. Choose letter B about letter E. Understood? Again, look at here with me. I will solve this example again to understood. Okay, 2574 divided by 7. 2 divided by 7, we can do it. 25 divided by 7 equal 3 and remainder 4, because 3 times 7 equal 21 and remainder 4. right? 4 up here, it will be 47 divided by 7 equals 6. 6 times 7 equals 42, and remainder 5. 54 divided by 7 equals 7, and remainder what? And remainder 5. Then you must choose letter B about question letter E. Understood, my students? Okay. Question number 3. Find the least common factor and the least common factor of 12 and 18 by two methods. Okay. Look at first method about question number 3. You want to find the least common factor and the least common multiplication of 12 and 18. First method, okay. First method. We can find the first method here by factorize 12. We know 12 equal 3 multiplication by 4, and 4 equal 2 by 2. And 18, we can write it what? 3 multiplication by 6. And we know 6 equal 2 multiplication by 3. And then we can write 12 equal 3 times 2 times 2. And 18 equal 3 times 2 times 3. 3 times 2 times 3 right outside here, because you must write each numbers like under them. 3 and 3 here, circle it, and 2 and 2, circle it, to find what? The greatest common factor between them. You can write what? Greatest common factor equal what? 3 multiplication by 2. Put 3 from this circle and 2 from this circle, it will be 6. And what about least common multiplication between them? We can find the least common multiplication between 12 and 18 by put one digit from each circle here. Right here 3, and from this circle here 2, and from this circle 2, and from this circle 3. And then 3 times 2 equals 6, and 3 times 2 equals 6. Then the least common multiplication between them, it will be 36. 6 times 6 equals 36. Understood? It's the first method about 12 and 18. You can find the least common multiplication between them by two methods. It's the first method. It's easy for you to factorize 12 and 18. We know 12 equal what? 12 equals 3 times 4, and 4 equals 2 times 2. 18 equals 3 times 6. 6 equals 3 times 2. Okay, and then you can write 12 here and 18. 12 equals 3 times 2 times 2, 3 times 2 times 2, and 18 equals 3, 2, 3. You must know this number. Don't write 6. You must write here prime numbers only. 2 and 3 are prime numbers. You know prime numbers has only two factors, can divide it by itself and one only. Don't write here 12 equal 2 times 6. No, it's false. You must factorize any number he give you in the example by using prime numbers. Understood? It's the first methods. And what about the second methods? Second methods, you can use Venn diagram. Okay, look at with me about Venn diagram. I will solve here. You can draw two circles here, circle 1 and circle 2, and write here prime factors of 12. Prime, right, prime factors of 12 and 18. Prime factors of 12, we know 12 equal 2 times 2 times 3, and 18 equal 2 times 9, and 9 equal 3 times 3. We know 3 and 2, it's a common between them. Then you must write 2 here and 3. 1 digits from this circle and 1 digits from this circle, and write the remainder about 12, 2 and 3 here, 2 and 3. Again, I write 2 and 3. Okay, the last number here 2 only, write 2 only, and the last number here only, it will be 3. Okay, because I write 2 and 3 in the circle about 18, 2 and 3. The remainder here will be 3. And the circles of 12, the remainder will be 2. Write 2 and 3, and the remainder is 2. Okay. It's the second method. Okay. And then you can find here greatest common factor. It will be 2 times 3 equals 6. And you can write the least common multiplication of them. You can write 2 times 2 times 3 times 3. 2 times 2 times 3 times 3. Okay, 2 times 2 times 3 times 3. It will be 36. 2 times 2 equal 4. And 4 times 9 equal 36. So the least common multiplication between two numbers here, 12 and 18, is 36. Understood? This question, number 3. Last question here, number 4. A factory produces 875 pieces of cloth weekly. How many pieces did the factory produce daily? You can find the factory reduces by divided by 7. Okay, the factory reduces equal 875 divided by 7, because it tells us in the example this produces weekly. We know any week has 7 days. Factory produces 875 pieces of clothes weekly. You can find the factory produces by divided the produces by the number of days. 875 divided by 7. We know 8 divided by 7 equal 1, and the remainder 1. 17 divided by 7 equal 2, and the remainder what? 2 times 7 equal 14. 14, 15, 16, 17. The remainder will be 3. 35 divided by 7 equal what? Equal 5. Then the result will be 125 pieces. 125 pieces. Okay, understood? 125 pieces. Okay, it's the last question about cumulative number 2. You must study hard, my students, these questions. Okay, next time I will solve a question from المعاصر book. In the next time, cumulative number 3. إن شاء الله. والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.